Mostly them out here, and today we've got a guide on how to get infinite money and how to unlock all of the infamy points that you want in Necromunda Underhive Wars. So in this video we're going to show you how to get your first few infamy points, how to use those infamy points to get infinite money, and then how to use that infinite money to unlock all of the infamy points you want. And then once you've done all that, you've got infinite money and lots of infamy, then how to start your new gang with all of your gangers being level 8 so that you can experience all the different skills and options that the game's got to offer. Before we get started, I just want to say a quick shout out to Game Night Plays. I followed his instructions on how to set up his shader for Necromunda Underhive Wars, and you can see the results here on screen. The graphics just look 1000% better. So thanks so much, Game Night. I'll put a link down below. If you haven't done it already, I definitely recommend you go and check out his presets. If you've used shaders before, maybe you know how to tweak them, but I think his presets are fantastic, and that's what I'm going with. Okay guys, so just a little warning, obviously having infinite money and having all of the infamy unlocks right at the start is going to change your gameplay experience. So if you like to kind of go through organically and just unlock things as you go, maybe you don't want to do all this, although I would recommend that you unlock all of the infamy options, and then at that point you can choose whether or not you want to use them. You can make a fresh gang without infinite money and just kind of play through the way that you like. Another thing I wanted to mention as well, that if you're just starting the game, if you haven't played any missions yet, if this is your very first experience, then maybe it's a good idea just to play the story mode at first and not even have a look at the operations yet. I found the getting used to the controls and everything a little bit uncomfortable at first, and after a couple of hours of the game I felt a bit more comfortable. So you might have a better experience if you have to actually play one or two missions of the story mission. But yeah, assuming you're ready to get into operations and you want to unlock infinite money and all the options, this is the guide for you. Okay, so when you first start the game, you won't be able to follow these instructions immediately because it relies on having access to the Gilder shop. So you need to do 2 operations before you'll be able to follow most of this guide. So just choose a gang. It doesn't matter, whichever one you like the look of. This is not going to be your permanent gang. You're just going to choose this gang initially, and then you'll do a couple of operations. And then once you've done your couple of operations and you've got the cash shop unlocked, then you can come back and follow these tips to really get all your infamy unlocked and make heaps of money and try out all the different options that you like in the game. Just a side note, this does seem a little bit unbalanced now that I've fully explored it. So maybe Rogue Factor will So maybe Rogue Factor will make a patch to readjust these levels a little bit so it won't be so exploitable in the future. But at the moment, this is how it is. So you can use this to get as much money as you like and try out all the different gang options that you might want to try. So yeah, so if you can, you want to try to go into operations first, and then begin an operation, and then just choose any difficulty. It doesn't matter. You just got to get through 2 operations. So yeah, you just choose whatever difficulty that you like, and then you want to get training grounds. Reduces the cost of hiring fighters by 20%. That's the most important one. The other one doesn't matter what you get. You can just choose anything. It doesn't matter. And then you won't have any infamy points at this point, so just don't worry about this part. But I'll just point out that you can get 1 infamy point by customizing and then applying the gang colors on one gang. So that's one that you want to go for. Unlock this while you're doing your first 2 initial operations. And then also this one here, lead a gang of 5 fighters. So you may not have enough money initially to hire 5 fighters, but you should easily make enough money during that operation to hire a full 5 fighters. So hire 5 fighters, and that'll give you another infamy point. So you'll have 2 fighters, 2 infamy points unlocked at this point after you've done the first 2 matches. And then you just so yeah, we just confirm this. Then you go back. It says your valid crew is required to enter the mission, so you still have to hire some fighters. Go back in here. Now you hire some fighters, but now you'll see the cost to hire the fighters is only 120 because we've got that training hall that lets you get a 20% reduction in your cost of hiring. So you hire a fighter, and then you hire a couple more fighters. For the purpose of this, it doesn't really matter what you get. If you haven't played the game before, I recommend that you just kind of get 1 of each so you can kind of try out what the different fighters do. And then if you go in here, you just go in here, change something about this character, change his color scheme to something else, and then go apply to gang. and then that'll make everyone in the gang that color scheme. Which that looks terrible, and then it that'll unlock another infamy point. And once you do that 5 times, that'll unlock another 3 infamy points. So every time you're following these tips, every time you make a new gang, just go into one of your gang members, do here, change the preset to anything you want, to something else, and then go apply to gang. Once you've done that to 5 different gangs, you get an extra 3 points. That'll be 4 points in total just from this customization. And also later on, you can get another one where if you just hire 10 fighters, so you go to your reserves, hire another 5 fighters. That one will give you more infamy points again. So you hire 10 fighters, there's another 3 infamy points there. And I think there might even be one with 15. Hiring of 15 fighters, another 6 infamy points. So these ones are very easy to get. Fighters are quite cheap, so you can just hire them once you get a bit more money. You can potentially do all of those by the time you finish your first 2 operations, if you get enough money. All you've got to do is hire 15 guys. Let's just pretend that we've just done that, and we've so let's just pretend for a moment that we've just done that. We've done 2 operations. Now you've got the cash shop unlocked. You've changed the colors on one of your gang members and applied it to the whole gang. That gives you 1 point. Then you've hired 5 gangers. That gives you 1 point. Then you've hired another 5 gangers as reserves. That gives you another 3 points. So then you've got like 5 points. And then if you want to hire 15 gangers, which you probably can do, that'll give you another 6 points. So you have 11 points now. So now you go back in, you create another new gang. Okay, so now you've got 11 infamy points. So the same thing again, you start off with operations, go in here, choose deadly, confirm. And now for the rest of this guide, you don't need to do any more operations. You just need to do those 2 initial operations to get to the second shift, so that get past the first 2 shifts so that you can unlock the Gilder cash shop. Then you go in here, get training grounds as always. Second choice doesn't matter as always. So now we've got 11 infamy points. Now, so there's some really important infamy choices that you can get in here. In the second top one, you want this one, dubious contracts. That reduces the cost of hiring fighters by 15%. So you learn that, so that's 6. And so remember we have 11 points. So you go back and you go here and you go, these ones cost only 3 points. So you take that. And then you've got 2 points left. It doesn't really matter what you spend the other 2 points on. Just do whatever. These ones are quite good to get a little bit of additional money just to start off with, because they just give you some extra consumables that you can sell at the cash shop, because now you'll have the cash shop unlocked. So yeah, if you didn't have enough money to hire 15 fighters, so you didn't get the full 11 points, maybe at this point you've only got 5 because you didn't get the extra 6 points for the 15 fighters. If you've only got 5, then you won't be able to do this dubious contracts one that gives you the 15%. So just go for this one that gives you a plus 10% cost when selling items. So basically you want to increase the amount of money you make from selling items and reduce the amount that it costs to hire fighters. And I'll show you why in a minute. So this is the part where how you get the infinite money, right? So first of all, go into the cash shop, just sell all this stuff that we've got in here. You don't need any of that stuff. And then open your caskets, sell all the stuff you get out of those. So you just press E really fast and sell everything. And the E will also open the caskets, and then E will sell the stuff from inside the casket. So you just press E, spam it. So now you can see, because we did that start and we sold all that stuff, we started off with a little bit extra money. So we got 1,270 instead of 1,000. Then you go into recruitment and then you hire a leader. First of all, you can see that now to hire a fighter cost me 97 because I got that extra 15%. So if you didn't afford that 15%, your fighters will still cost 120 to hire the leaders, but that's okay, it'll still work. So yeah, so you hire this fighter for 97 or 120, doesn't matter, and then you lay them off immediately. And then if you go in here, all of that fighter's equipment is in here. So if you just remember, we just bought that fighter for under 100, or if you didn't have that infamy skill unlocked, you'll be buying them for 120. And then we've got 74, 60, 60, 60. So you can see that we made quite a lot more. You nearly double your money already just from doing that. So basically, you just go back into your crew management and you just do that over and over again. Don't worry about doing it too much. Just do it a little. Just do it a few times, and then you'll get enough money to unlock a few more infamy options, and then you can go back and do it and restart again, and it'll be more efficient. So just a quick note here, it's best specifically to hire only leaders because leaders are quite cheap. They're just the basic price of a trooper, but they have extra, they come with armor, extra armor. So this guy's got a chest piece. Leader again. And you can see she's got a leg piece. Okay, so you just keep doing that until you don't have enough money to hire any more fighters. So we've run out of money. Then you just go into your cash shop and you'll have all of the items that have gone from all of those guys that you've laid off. And you just go press E numerous times. Just keep pressing E. Okay, and now we've got 3,000 credits instead of 1,200 or whatever it was we started off with. So now that you've got this money, you use the money to unlock more infamy options. So if we go back into crew management and we go and look at infamy, so the first one was to unlock firefighters. So the first option that you should have already unlocked was to hire firefighters to give you 1 infamy point. Then hopefully you had enough money from your first 2 operations to get 10 fighters. But it doesn't matter if you haven't already, we'll unlock that now. And then the next one that you can do is to get a gang of 15 fighters that you might have already unlocked if you got enough out of your first 2 matches. But if you didn't, you can do that now. So then you just go back into, so just say we do this, so we're going to unlock all these at once. So you're going to get 5, 10, and 15 all at once. And that's going to give us 6 plus 3 plus 1. So 10 infamy points from that. So then you go back in here, go recruitment, you just hire, recruitment, hire. Then you go to your first reserves, do the same thing. Then you go to your second reserve, hire a bunch more guys. Okay, so now we've hired 15 guys. You go back in here and you'll see that these things will all be already all be unlocked. The 5, 10, and the 15. Now, again, you just go into operations to start with, begin operation, choose whatever difficulty you like, and then must always get the training grounds, 20% reduction in cost, choose whichever you like for these, doesn't matter. So now, maybe you've got 20 infamy, so you would go in here and you would get dubious contracts, always get that one, 15% reduced cost of fighters, and choose persistent haggler. So yeah, I've already demonstrated how that, I think you can even do this without even taking both of these skills, even just with the training ground, you make a little bit of money. But when you've got these, you make more. And then once you've got a few infamy points, you can actually level up, upgrade these. So you get that upgraded, get this upgraded. So now you're, so this is giving us 25% reduction in cost of hiring fighters, in addition to the 20% that you get from the training ground. So that's 45%. And then once you've unlocked a few more of these options, then you'll upgrade that again, and you come back and you upgrade this again as well. And that's pretty much all you need, just those 3 options. So cheaper cost of hiring fighters, and more money that you get from the cash shop. So once you've kind of gone through this cycle and unlocked everything that you want to unlock, it's basically just a matter of how much time you want to spend on it, because it gets a bit boring after a while. But yeah, once you get to this point, when you've got this unlocked at level 3, this unlocked at level 3, and this unlocked, then you've maxed out your ability to make free money, the speed at which that you're going to make free money. And then you just need to focus on which infamy things are going to be the quickest for you to unlock. So then you go back here, go back into crew management. We've got some fighters here. We just sell these guys, lay them off. And we'll just sell all of the starting stuff that we start off with. Okay, so you can see we've got 1100 or so. So you just do the same thing. Just hire your fighters. Now they're only costing 67 to hire. Okay, yeah. So now we've sold all. We've hired in as many guys as we could for the money that we had. We just go through and sell. Okay, so from that initial 1100 that we got, we hired as many leaders and laid them off as we could, and then we just sold all the gear we got from them. We got 5,000. Okay, so now you've got your infinite money down. You don't need to create any more gangs. You've got everything you need now. You just stay with this gang for now, and just unlock more infamy points, and then once you've got everything that you want, you can restart one more time, and then you can, with your real gang that you want to play as, and choose whatever infamy options that are going to be best for your gang to level up. So yeah, if we just go in here, so we've already got our dubious contacts, persistent haggler, so we can make our money back whenever we need to, as you saw. Then you want to go into here and make a plan about how you can unlock some of these infamy options. So there is sort of a most efficient way to go about it. There's a sort of multiple ones that you can do at the same time, and I'll just explain some of the ones that you can kind of unlock at the same time. So the set that I'd recommend starting with, that's going to probably give you the most points in the shortest amount of time, is if you go for heavy basics. So you need to get a heavy up high enough to train 5 active skills and 5 passive skills. And then at the same time, we're going to do heavy mastery. So get a heavy that's high enough to get 5 actives and 5 passives up to rank 3. And then at the same time as that, we're going to do upper echelon, get a stat up to 25, 1 stat up to 25. And then at the same time, we're going to do hired muscle heavy, because we're going to hire a recruiter character that's going to be over that level. So that'll give us a total of 1 plus 3 plus 3 plus 6, so 13 infamy points just from doing this set. And I'll just quickly demonstrate how you go about doing that. So you need to have a leader. We don't need this character. And then we go in here, you just hire a heavy, choose career. And then because we've got the unlimited money, instead of hiring a green juve, we can just go up and hire a champion ganger. So you just hire the highest level you can get, you select. And then because we want to max out toughness, choose this option to give you +3 maximum toughness to start with, just to make it a little bit easier. The rest of these options don't matter. And then you just hire the fighter. Then you go in here, and now you need to, first of all, you just need to level up some of these things to 12, just so that the character is going to be able to level up those skills, because you need to have minimum stats on certain things to be able to choose the skill. So if you just do this, it'll give you a bit more options. So yeah, just put a few things up to 12, and make sure you put your toughness up to your max. That'll put you up some levels already. So we've got up to rank 4. We need to get up to rank 5 to unlock all of the slots, but choosing skills in here will also level you up. So you look down here, it requires toughness. We've got the requirements to get the max level. So choose that. Just level it up to max. Choose another skill. Doesn't matter as long as you've got the ability to level it up to max. This one, we don't have the stats to level up to max, so don't choose that one. This one, it's fine, we can level up to max. See, we've got enough experience to get up to level 5, so now we've got all the slots unlocked. Okay, so now we've got everything ranked 3, so that means that we've unlocked the heavy basics, which was getting level 1 in all of these, and we've unlocked heavy mastery, which is getting level 3 in all of these. We've unlocked hired muscle heavy, which was to get a high ranked character, and then to get the primary stat. But because we've leveled up so much, we've got now this increased max stats. So we just pop that in here, and that puts us up to 20, and then we rank up. And that gives us more max stats that we can put in, so we put that in here. And then we still need to rank up again to get another 2 points. So we just have to spend this much points. So just go back into here and just put some points into things. Don't spend too many points in case to make sure you don't run out, but it should be pretty easy. Cool, now we're rank 8, and we just got enough to put that up to 25, and that gives you your last 6 infamy points. What was it? 6 plus 3 plus 3, so 12, 13 infamy points just from doing this. And then, of course, we can just lay this character off. And we've still got heaps of money just from that initial sell-off that we did. So we can just go back and do the next one. Keep going with these, probably keep going with these basics ones. So this time we did heavy basics. So this time we do brawler basics and we do brawler mastery. So do exactly the same thing, but this time you choose a brawler instead of a heavy. Do that once more for each of the other 4 characters. That's also going to have achieved this one, achieve rank 5 with 5 fighters of any career. So that's any career. So you've done 1 of each. So that's already unlocked. So it's going to give you another 1 point that you've already unlocked. Then you can also go for these other ones. There's reach rank 5 with 10 fighters of any career for 3, and reach rank 5 with 15 fighters of any career. That's another 9, another 6. So that's a total of 9 points. So basically we've already got 5, so we just need to make 10 more. The only problem with this is that you may run out of money. But if you do, then you just go back and do the tip before. You just keep hiring leaders and selling them over and over again. So you don't need to worry about what career they are. You just have to rank them up to rank 5. Don't choose one of the higher ranks because then you don't know how many points you need to spend. If you just do rank 5 and you spend all of the experience that you've got, you'll know that they'll make it to rank 5. So you just hire them, go into the character. Easiest way is to go into stats. Then you don't need to think about it too much and just spend all of the stat points. Doesn't matter. Go back in, hire another guy, doesn't matter what career, just use veteran ganger so they're going to come to rank 5. Go in here, hire. All right, so you just keep doing that until you've done it an additional 10 times, and that'll unlock your other 9 infamy points. Okay, so now you know how to make infinite money, and you've got all your infamy unlocks that you can get easily. Now it's time to start your real game that you actually want to play with, and you can work on just playing the game organically and leveling up your guys to level 10, which will get you some even more. Create a new gang. Give your gang a lore-friendly name that fits in with the Necromunda ethos. We'll go into operations. We begin operation. Choose training ground. 20% reduction in hiring fighters, of course, as always. Now this is your final gang. You probably want to take a bit more time to have a look at these options and really decide which one you want to get. If you want to still have the infinite money available, which is what I want right now, so that you can start off with all of your characters being level 8, which is what I'm going to demonstrate, then you still choose that. You go into level 2, you still choose bargain hunter, so you make more money. Get them both maxed out. So that's all you need for the infinite money. And then, yeah, as I said, there's lots of other interesting stuff in here. I won't go through it all in this build. I'll let you explore them all and figure out all the different cool ways you can play. The one thing I did want to point out though is these two. Enemy tenacity gives all enemy fighters plus 30 health, and you can max it out to give yourself 50% extra credit rewards on a successful operation, and also 5 extra loot caskets. So that's a good possibility of you getting like some interesting loot out of those. If you max it out though, it does give the enemy fighters extra 100 HP. So at this point, they're going to be quite a bit harder to kill. I mean, normally I think enemy fighters have about 200 XP, so this is about 50% more health. So that is going to make the game a bit harder. This one, enemy ferocity. Oh, we've actually run out of infamy, so I can't max it out. Max level is it's going to make the enemies do 50% more damage. You have your 5 extra caskets and a 50% extra credit. So same kind of reward, but the enemies do 50% more damage. Now this is actually quite scary because on Deadly, I've seen enemies doing pistol crits of like 90. So that's with a pistol, one-handed pistol. So with this, potentially they could be doing pistol crits with their pistols for like 140. He's going to make the game quite a lot harder. But I think that the game's probably still playable even with these on, just because the AI is quite bad at the moment. But yeah, anyway, that's interesting. I just wanted to mention those because that's a really cool factor of making it more difficult. Hopefully Rogue Factor maybe can add some more of these sort of things, like more things that change the actual operations. Just go back to your gang, and now you're ready to create your actual real crew. So first things first, you need to get your infinite money. So you just do your same thing again, just create a leader, just hire them and sell them. Now you've got your heaps of money. Basically, you can't hire a high level leader. So what you do is you just hire a 0 level leader just to be a placeholder, and then you create a character of the type that you want to be your eventual leader, and then you'll be able to upgrade. Once they level up, they'll be able to upgrade into a leader. So you just go in here, just say we want a brawler for our leader. You go champion ganger. Select rank. Now, this is the thing about hiring high-level guys. They can have injuries, right? So maybe we want a brawler to be our leader, but a max rank brawler is going to have busted legs, so we don't want this guy, right? So what we do is you just hire this guy and then just get rid of him so he doesn't exist anymore. And now when we go back to hire a brawler, and we go max rank, we got a different guy, and this guy's got no injuries. We hire him. Oh, actually wanted a man. It doesn't matter, but you know, my leader's going to be a man. Now, this guy's the one we want to be our leader, right? So you've got to level him up a certain amount. So don't obviously just allocate his stats randomly, but you'll want to attribute, put the stats however you like. Just a thing to keep in mind when you're pumping up stats, you need 12 in an attribute to unlock the max level of any skills associated with that thing. So a good thing to do is just put like 12 in all the things that you think that you're going to use. But obviously when you're planning out specific builds, you want to know in advance what you need the points in. So yeah, just put 12 in a few things. Yeah, it doesn't really matter for this example. One thing to note though is willpower. You get +2 willpower when you become a leader. So this guy, remember, he's going to be our leader. He's going to get +2 willpower. So if you want to have 12 willpower in order to max out your skills, just put your willpower to 10, because that's going to get an extra 2 for free. And if you don't want to, if willpower isn't a stat you want to max out, then that's going to be fine. Okay, so he's up to rank 6 already. If you go into this guy now, you'll see it's got promote to leader, because once you go above level 5, you've got the ability to promote to leader. So you just click promote to leader. And then now this guy's now also a leader, so we don't need this dude anymore. We can get rid of him. And then this guy's can become our leader. So he's the leader of this party now. I was just going to show you as well, so you can unlock all of the skills that you want. Obviously, this is the whole point of this build, basically to give you the option to now just choose whatever you want. So this is not a build guide, so don't choose the skills I'm choosing. But just say you like this terrorize skill. It's a pretty cool skill. It does these debuffs to enemies at a range of up to 10 meters. So you choose that. You can choose that at max level now and just see how it goes. Try it out in combat. If it doesn't work, you haven't really lost anything. You've got infinite money. You can just come back in and buy a different character. This isn't a build guide, so I won't go into any builds or anything. But I just wanted to show you guys. I kind of just realized this last night and got really excited about it. So now I can create any build I want, get all the money I want. Some important things to note is it doesn't give you unlimited items, so you're not going to get any rank 5 items out of this. You still got to do the operations and kill the enemies to take their weapons to get your rank 5 rank 5 and 6 guns. Maybe they go higher, I'm not sure. And yeah, there's still some more infamy that you can unlock later on during the missions. There's more infamy choices to explore as well as these like challenging ones, so you can make the enemies even harder if you want to make a challenge for yourself. But yeah, so I hope that guys helped you guys. Now you can make up any game you want. As I said, it's a little bit unbalanced, and so Rogue Factor might patch it out. Also, if you want to experience the campaign more like the way it's meant to be played, then maybe I wouldn't recommend doing the money cheats for your actual game. I'd probably follow this guide, get the infinite money, unlock all the infamy things you can, and then just go back in and use the infamy points to choose the infamy skills that you think are going to be more interesting for your campaign, but don't necessarily choose the money cheat ones. That's what, if you want to just sort of play organically and start off with level 1 gangers and level up, you know. But anyway, yeah, thanks for that, guys. That's all I got for now. I'll be putting up some more videos about build guides in the future, yeah, mainly talking about skills, talking about skill combos, talking about the AI, and also just to like different role-playing kind of gangs that I do and different playthroughs. So I've recently done an unarmed band of Escher Muay Thai champions going around punching the enemies to death. And then I did my Cobra Kai solo deadly unarmed playthrough where you just have one character and he goes around punching people to death. That was pretty awesome. He got 8 kills in his last battle. So yeah, I've got a few ideas for the next one. I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be, but I'll stream something tonight. So yeah, if you're interested in that, you can subscribe or just keep an eye on my channel for new videos that come out. Yeah, that's all I got. Thanks, guys. Catch you next time.